Matt in the Hat asks, how do I train my beard to grow longer? Well, honestly, I have just kind of brushed mine and groom it, and you use the shampoos and conditioners if it's too rough and scratchy, so you make it all soft and nice. But if you're actually having trouble growing your beard, I don't know how legitimate these are or how well they work, but I do know that Dollar Beard Club, if you're looking for a sponsor, hi, Dollar Beard Club sells beard vitamins that apparently actually help your beard grow and be healthy and stuff. Something that I have a huge problem with my beard is dry skin, like the itch. People talk about the itch all the time. Go get beard oil. Beard oil is awesome, or beard balm. If you have a longer beard like mine, you can use balm. You can actually kind of shape it and give it a little bit more texture and stuff like that. It's awesome. Beard oil makes your beard all shiny, and it's not stupid. It's actually awesome. Like the first time I used beard oil and I looked in the mirror and saw like the glimmer of, the oils and stuff. Looks good. Looks real good. Totally recommend it. So Dayhef asks, will you be playing the new Destiny DLC? Maybe, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for it, so unless this is one of the free ones. I don't know what's free and what I've paid for anymore. But I did pay for the season pass, so I got all the Destiny DLC that's going to be coming out. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably be playing it. I don't know if I'll cover it at all. I've only done one Destiny guide on my channel. Oh, I did two. I did the flakes and the sleeper stimulant. I don't even remember. It's been a long time since I've been in Destiny. I've been on it for a while. So, will I be playing it? Yes. Will I be covering it? I don't know. Will I be streaming it? Maybe. I don't know. Joe Radkins asks, what's your social security number? Why are malls filled with clothing, bath, and jewelry stores? I have a mall near me, and it has let me try that again. I have one mall near me, and it has an FYE, one store for me. Thoughts? First off, what is a social security number? It sounds important. Maybe I should get one. As for your mall question, do you want like the sad corporate America answer, or do you want something more entertaining? Let's try both. My word, I wish I had something to cover my bottom. My bottom is bare. What if it was something fancy, and you had several options, hundreds of options? Yes, and the more fancy, the more expensive. Oh, and what if you started a store, and I started a store, and we could both sell our things individually, and both make money, and not monopolize the market? Genius. Is that clear enough? Also, FYE is a good store. Like it. But overpriced, but has a lot of cool stuff in it. And the third part of your comment, and not a question, but I really dug your Zelda video. I demand more. What kind of question is that? But it does bring me to the actual hats off video for the day. Hello, my name is Nook and welcome to Hats Off. We are going to be talking about a few different things today. Hopefully you enjoyed the Q&A section. If you want to have your questions answered on the next Hats Off, leave me a comment below or tweet me on Twitter with the hashtag NNCQ&A. NNCQ&A, Nook and Cranny Q&A. It's pretty simple. Speaking of the Hats Off, thank you, Joe Radkins. Speaking of the Zelda video, thank you, thanks. On Friday, I released the first explained video of the Nook and Cranny channel. Hopefully, those of you who have seen it enjoyed it, and those of you who haven't seen it will go and watch it right after this video. I'll put a link in the description to make sure that you guys can get directly to it, and maybe I'll put a link at the end of the video as a clickle, so you don't have to go and look through the description and all that stuff. Because I know it's so hard. Like, oh, I gotta click the show more. Then I gotta read. The Zelda video was fun to make. It was good. It was good, clean fun. Now it was a lot of work, and I know I put in over 40 hours just on editing and animating. It was a lot of work, and I'm very happy with it. I thought it turned out really good. It's funny, super informative. It's quick. It's quickish, it gets through everything, and it covers a lot of ground. There are probably 3 or 4 different video or theory or lore videos inside of that one video. My next explained video will be another Zelda oriented one just because I have so many Zelda ideas. I'm a big Zelda fanatic, which is why I own a freaking hat. And over here there's just like tons of Zelda material, memorabilia. Anyway, I'm a big Zelda fan. So my next one is going to be a Zelda video as well. I have two different ideas. One of them is going to be a little easier, which is probably the one I'm going to go with next because this first one took a lot out of me, actually. I'm a little bit more familiar with the subject material, so I won't have to do a ton of research in order to put this one together. I'm really excited about it, and I'll announce like what one I'm actually doing maybe next week or the week after, right before it comes out, and then that'll come out in probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. Dark Souls 3 comes out, so I gotta balance all my time. I'm gonna do a Zelda explained video this month, and next month, after everybody's had, 3 or 4 weeks to play the American release of Dark Souls 3, I'm going to do something Dark Souls 3 related, whether it's a lore video of how the games are tied together, or if it's a comparison video. I've thought about doing a video on how Dark Souls is actually the new Zelda. It kind of replaces what Zelda used to be, and Zelda's fallen into this, this formula, and Dark Souls has taken the original Zelda and expanded on it and done a fantastic job, and it actually should be where the new Zelda is, or no. The new Zelda, like the way Zelda has become, should be where Dark Souls is at, is my belief. And it's totally true. Like, after I played Dark Souls, it ruined Zelda for me a little bit. After I went back and played Twilight Princess HD, and combat was so boring. It was so boring to me. After having to do everything that Dark Souls forces you to do with sword and shield and parry and dodge. I'm not going to get into it. I'll save that for the video. But it's, that's just a quick comparison of basically what that video would be, of like how Dark Souls has kind of taken up the torch, where Zelda's kind of lacked to hold it on its own. It's become something different, and it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just that the thing that I love about Zelda, Dark Souls has now become. Know what I mean? Anyway, though, I have put in, I don't know, around 20 some hours into Dark Souls 3. I've been playing the Japanese release, and I've barely got any of the story because it's all in Japanese. At least all the text is. I can still listen, so I'm getting to know the characters of Dark Souls 3, and I'm getting to know how they're connected and what they're doing with each other. But as far as connections to the other games, it's a little harder when all of that's tucked away into the item descriptions that are all in katakana and kanji, I believe is what they're called. And I'm starting to pick up on symbols here and there because I have a Google Translate app on my phone, and it's fantastic. Like, if you want to read like manga or anything like that and it's in another language, or I don't know, newspaper from France, I don't know why you'd want to, but if you wanted to, Google Translate app is amazing. You just take a picture of whatever you're wanting to read, it scans it for the language that you're reading, and then you just like put your finger over what you want to read in English, and boom, it turns it into English, and you just get to like read what it is. So I could do that with every item description of everything that I pick up in game, but that's a lot of time. And basically I'm using the Japanese release to do guides. So I'm doing like boss guides and things like that. So I'm working my way through the game best I can to get footage of the bosses, to get strategies on the bosses. Some good bosses. Oh, there's some good boss fights. Those boss guides will be coming out. I'm planning on just starting to drop them the day of release. So on the 12th, you'll see a boss guide. A couple days later, a few days later, you'll see another one. Those are going to be probably 2 a week. I'm thinking maybe more, but most likely just 2 a week. I think that'll do. That'll do well. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Speaking of guides, I have not forgotten about Fallout 4 DLC. I have footage for the Automatron DLC, and I'm going to spend this week editing all of that, plus the Dark Souls guides. Like, this week is going to be just so much editing for me to make sure that I've got guides ready to go. So the Automatron DLC guides will be coming out. They may be a little different from what you're expecting, because the DLC was a little bit different than what I was expecting, because you just play and they give you everything at the end of it, and that kind of sucks, honestly. As a player and a YouTuber, like somebody who's trying to cover the game, it's like all you have to do is complete it and you get everything. It's not good gameplay, guys. Come on, Bethesda. Like, it's a big open world. Why would you not make me go and explore to find new I don't get it. Whatever. Anyway, I found a way to make guides and entertaining videos out of it. So no help from Bethesda. I figured out a way to do that. And hopefully you guys get a kick out of those and enjoy them and actually get what I'm trying to do with them, but also entertained by them. And if you're confused, just wait till this weekend when I release the first one, and you'll figure it out. Okay, so the next thing is I have so many people asking me about streaming. So many. And I want to stream. I really do. And I've told you guys over and over, I know, like, I'm trying to wait for a job. I want to get work. I really want to be able to pay my bills and, all of that stuff. Like, that is so heavily on my mind that it's like spending, 4 to 6 to 8 hours a day streaming is like not at the top of my priority list at all. Because life sucks and gets in your way. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming from 10 to 1. If we're still in the middle of something, I'll go until 2 o'clock, just like old times. And if it goes well, if it does well, then I'll go ahead and do one on Thursday too. That's kind of the plan right now, is I'll do a Tuesday, Thursday stream, harkening back to the old days of Twitch. And speaking of Twitch, I found a service that will allow you to stream to both YouTube and Twitch. So I'm going to try to stream on both and see how that works out. And if it's not too, heavy on my computer or the internet or whatever, I don't know why it would. I don't know exactly how it works, if it's actually splitting the signal in my computer to do 2 different destinations, or if it's sending it to the service and then splitting it there. Because if it's splitting it at their servers, then never mind. What I'm saying is, if it goes well, you'll see both from now on when I stream. It'll always be on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Tomorrow, 10 to 1, 10 to 2, gonna be doing a Dark Souls 3 stream, the Japanese version. And if it goes well, then Thursday we'll stream as well. Also in this week of editing, I think I'm gonna pull up Long Dark and take a look and see if I can still make something out of that, because I still have all the footage and recording for a season 4, I think, or the back end of season 3. It's been so long that I've actually forgotten where I'm at with that series, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it myself. I suggest you guys go and watch it too, because every time somebody comments on it, it's always like, we want more, this is so cool. And I really enjoyed doing the role-playing series, so I'm gonna try to take a look at that this week while I'm editing boss guides and the Fallout 4 guides. So make sure to go watch the Zelda Explained video. I'll put the description down below. Also make sure to go over to Twitter and vote on the daily Twitter poll. Leave me questions for next week and all of that stuff. And make sure to share the Explained video with somebody. And I want people to see it, and I want feedback, and I want to make sure that the next one I release is even better and more awesome and funnier. And you might even see the return of the little doodle animation, because that was a lot of fun to make, and I think it's the funniest part of the video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, I appreciate it very much, and I will see you guys next week. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo.